What's going on, everybody? Just short updates. There's not a lot of big change going on. Did some watering, and I mean, some of these are growing at a pretty good pace now, but some of these look a little bit dry, but they weren't, wasn't really bad inside, but some of these haven't rooted yet, so they just gotta hang out in here. So the cool updates, let's go over here. These are a little dry. I need to water them a little bit. These are from last weekend. You can see it's from the 13th, and we've got some baby plants starting to poke through. A couple more days they'll be popping out, but what's cool is, so this was Sunday last week, and then if we flip the lid here, this was from Saturday. Obviously they're different types of plants, so they all germinate at different rates, but so nothing on the Diva cucumbers yet. Those are the SMRs. Those are SMRs. Those are the Sugar Daddy snap peas. Nothing there. A little bit of Diva starting to pop out on that one. Green apple. Nothing yet in this green apple. That's more of the Sugar Daddy snap peas. Nothing happening in this row. This row. Little skinny black creme poking out here, so that's a tomato. Nothing from the cherry yet, but actually no, there's a little tiny one poking through. You can barely see it. Giant crimson, I don't see anything yet. So anyways, it's only been a week, but that's the updates from the inside. I added a new LED light. It's not really making a big difference this time of day, but I turned it on anyways. I need to get around and link the couple of pieces of equipment that I use. I really don't use much outside of the little rig to hold my phone. So right now I'm using the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and then I have a Rode VideoMicro microphone with a little I don't know what you want to call it, the filter on it, and that points backwards, so just to get a little better direction, a little less noise. Gonna stop this part and splice in, go outside, film the outside real fast, and splice that in and do an upload. Alright, part 2. Not a lot going on back here. Lemon's looking really good. Pretty firm. I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. Should have some blossoms coming soon. There's lots of little growth on this one. You gotta figure these plants aren't even a year old, right? So that's not too bad. And there's the 2 babies. The real ones that started not from the air layer, but hey, you know what, it's still growing on it. But those will be the first ones off of this plant once those mature. And get some little buds trying to do their thing, so this plant should produce quite a few lemons this year. And I threw down fertilizer on all the fruit trees yesterday. This was the first lime tree that I got with this lemon. So the other lime tree, that was the Walmart one. I think it's got a couple little tiny ones on there, but we'll check that later. But lots of growth. not much going on with the blueberry. Pretty much everything on there is what was there before. I do need to take a graft and try to root this one, but you know, we'll see what happens. So this is the second lime, like I was talking about. This is the Walmart lime. So this didn't have, well, there were some babies going on, but I think they're just dying off like that. That's not live, that's just garbage, unfortunately. But you can see all the blossoms. So this one should fruit pretty well this year. So that's really encouraging for the $15 plant, right? So this was $15. The lemon that I bought with it is $15. These two I paid at the regular nursery. I think I paid $35 because I was impatient and I didn't want to wait to get a cutting from a coworker, which still hasn't come about, so I would have still been waiting, right? Not much going on with this apple tree, as I've talked about before, but it looks like it's got lots of little buds, so we'll see what happens. So, trying to remember which is which. This is the Honeycrisp. I mean, we're not going to see anything out of there other than I fertilized it and I watered it. And then same thing with the green apple, right? Nothing special. So this is the Walmart lemon, and you see we got a bunch of buds starting. So this one should fruit pretty well this year. So the lemons and the limes should kick out pretty good later this year. Not a lot going on the raspberry buckets, but you know, it's gonna take those time. Other than that, I also fertilized all the buckets here. So again, that was the fig, that is a blueberry, this is the mulberry, and that's the blackberry. And then these were the Walmart, I guess you'll call them bare root. So again, blueberry in the blue buckets, blackberry in the black buckets, but I threw some fertilizer on all of them yesterday, so all the fruit trees got fertilizer. Not much going on with the strawberries that were dormant. I'm guessing they're going to take a little bit of time. It's also been kind of cold. It's supposed to get down to like 30 degrees later this week. Not cold for other people, but for my part of the country, it was going the other direction, then kind of flip-flopped. I'll probably pull carrots next weekend, and then clean out the buckets and get some new ones started. I mean, they've been there forever, so who knows what they're going to taste like, if they're going to be woody, if they're going to be nasty. I have no clue. Once it gets a little bit warmer, I need to get these radish trays and baby bok choy going again. This one's empty still. I've been debating what to put in there. I've got more onions to start, and I think I need to probably use it for that. And then I cleaned out most of the weeds, and you can just see what's popping up. So it's just an endless process. The onions are actually doing pretty well, considering I've never done, and I really haven't done onions much. So these were late plantings in the fall of last year. You can see there's a red one, because this was a mixed bag, but I think I did red, white, and yellow, if I'm not mistaken. I tried to do one row of each out of the, these were the ones I got from Home Depot in the bag. And then the garlic, it's doing pretty well. This is the type of garlic that doesn't have the scapes, but you can see some of the trunks are actually, I don't know, they're about the size of my finger. So, you know, we'll see what happens in a couple months. Still didn't cut the donor bok choy, just didn't get around to it. This thing I'm afraid to pick up. It's so fragile, so I've just been kind of letting it lay here on the ground. You can see this old, shriveled up snap pea, or snow pea rather. And, oh, hello Mr. Spider. Can you see the spider? Can't see the spider from the camera view. There we go. There's Mr. Spider, or Mrs. Spider. So, lots of blossoms. Figured I'd just let it grow and see what pops up, and then look at try to harvest a little nibble here or there. And maybe I'll just let this one just keep growing. It didn't die off. If I can try to get it supported, get it hung back up here, and maybe I don't have to replant and just let it do its thing. That'll be interesting. Backyard's still a swamp, but I need to get in here and looks like do some weed eating. Cabbages, these heads are really small. Like there's barely a head there. I mean, you gotta figure that's the size of not even the size of a baseball in there. That one's about the size of a softball. That's a little harder. That's a good baby one there. There's not much substance in that one. That's actually pretty good. I mean, it's small, but I don't think they're going to get any bigger. And hopefully in a week or two, start seeing some potatoes maybe poke through. It's been kind of cold, so I've seen videos where planting them in buckets and they're poking through at 2.5 weeks. But it's been too cold. And then last thing, I need to get in here and clean up all of these dead runners and leaves in these strawberry plants, thin it out a little bit, and give them a little bit of room. Other than that, I guess I plan on having a shorter video, and it's going to be a longer video this week. So that's all I've got. Thanks for watching.